Vasudeva Vasudevaya Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 9th chapter, text number 7. Oh, is it shared?
No, it's
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, Nisamya tadvriktadhi dirkshayadisho vilokya tatranyad apasyamanaha swadisnayam astaya vimsraya tadhitam tapasya upadista ivadate manam nisamya tadvriktadirikshakshyaya disho vilokya tatranayad apasyamanaha swadishnayam astaya vimsraya tadhitam tapasya udadista ivadate manam nisamya tadvriktadirikshyaya disho vilokya tatranayad apasyamanaha swadishniyam astaya vimsraya tadhitam tapasya upadista ivadade manaha. Synonymous. Nisamya, after hearing, tat, that, Vaktra, the speaker, Didikshaya, just to find out who spoke, Disha, all sides, Vilokya, seeing, Tatra, there, Anyata, any other, Apasyamyana, not to be found, Swadishnayam, on his lotus seat, Astaya, sit down, Vimsraya, thinking, Tat, it, Hitam, welfare, Tapasi, in penance, Udadista, as he was instructed, Eva, in pursuance of, Adhade, gave, Mana, attention. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. When he heard the sound, he tried to find the speaker, searching on all sides. But when he was unable to find anyone besides himself, he thought it wise to sit down on his lotus seat firmly and give his attention to the execution of penances, as he was instructed. Purport. To achieve success in life, one should follow the example of Lord Brahma, the first living creature in the beginning of creation. After being initiated by the Supreme Lord to execute tapasya, he was fixed in his determination to do it. And although he could not find anyone besides himself, he could rightly understand that the sound was transmitted by the Lord himself. Brahma was the only living being at the time because there was no other creation and none could be found there except himself. In the beginning of the first canto, in the first chapter, the first verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it has already been mentioned that Brahma was initiated by the Lord from within. The Lord is within every living entity as a super soul. And he initiated Brahma because Brahma was willing to receive the initiation. The Lord can similarly initiate everyone who is inclined to have it. As already stated, Brahma is the original supreme spiritual master for the universe. And since he was initiated by the Lord himself, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam is coming down by disciplic succession. And in order to receive the real message of Srimad Bhagavatam, one should approach the current link or spiritual master in the chain of disciplic succession. After being initiated by the proper spiritual master in that chain of succession, one should engage himself in the discharge of tapasya in the execution of devotional service. One should not, however, think himself on the level of Brahma to be initiated directly by the Lord from inside, because in the present age, no one can be accepted as to be as pure as Brahma. The post of Brahma to officiate in the creation of the universe is offered to the most pure living being. And unless one is so qualified, one cannot expect to be treated like Brahmaji directly. But one can have the same facility through unalloyed devotees of the Lord. Through scriptural injunctions as revealed in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam especially. And also through the bona fide spiritual master available to the sincere soul. The Lord himself appears as a spiritual master to a person who is sincere in heart about serving the Lord. Therefore, the bona fide spiritual master who happens to meet the sincere devotee should be accepted as the most confidential and beloved representative of the Lord. If a person is posted under the guidance of such a bona fide spiritual master, it may be accepted without any doubt that the desiring person has achieved the grace of the Lord. Om Jnana Tirmandasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitan Yena Tashme Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Satpitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamam Dadate Swapadadikam Namam Vishmadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitanamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyade Desatarine Nama Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratasva Namaha Panchatatvakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupasarapakam Bhakta Uttaram Bhaktakam Nimi Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopeka Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Varshabhano Sudai Deve Paramami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Once again the translation. When he heard the sound, he tried to find the speaker, searching on all directions. But when he was unable to find anyone besides himself, he thought it wise to sit down on his lotus seat firmly and give his attention to the execution of penances as he was instructed. So here, as we can see, as how Lord Brahma, being the first creature, he was created and he could see that there was nobody and some sound appeared for him like ta pa, like, So as he opened his eyes, so he could see everything dark. There's nothing. Everything is so dark, pitch dark, and there is nobody. So he just heard the sound. So here, how Brahma, being the first living entity, could have easily thought, I am God. I myself God. But there is nobody. See, this is the position. So that's why Prabhupada is saying, to achieve success in life, one should follow the example of Lord Brahma. We don't want to be God. We want to be the servant of the God. That's why Prabhupada is saying that first line, to achieve success in life, one should follow the example of Lord Brahma. That's why Prabhupada is saying. We want to be the servants of the Lord, not the Lord himself. The first living creature in the beginning is like Brahma was determined to do tapasya as he was instructed. See, not only he got, like he created and he got instruction to do tapasya. So he followed that instruction and he was determined to follow the instructions of the Lord, of his spiritual master, the Lord himself. So determination is very, very important in our spiritual life. Without that determination, we cannot achieve, we cannot progress in our spiritual life. Lord Krishna also said many times in Bhagavad Gita, you know, like with determination only we can be able to progress. With determination only we will be able to get the attention of the Supreme Lord. So that's why we have to practice under a bona fide spiritual master and follow his instructions with determination and faith. So that, and as Brahma is following with determination, so we also have to follow him. The Lord is like, during tapasya, like, see, and also very, very important point over here in this sloka is that he is asked to do tapasya. To get the mercy of the Lord, to get the prema of the Lord, there is a cost. For in this material world, for anything and everything, there is a cost. Without the cost, there is nothing available. And to achieve Krishna prema also, there is a cost. And by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in this age of Kali, it has become very, very simple. So this cost for getting Krishna prema is just chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is the cost in this age of Kali to get Krishna prema. And so, at that point of time, Lord Brahma was also asked to do tapasya on the lotus, on the Supreme Lord himself. He didn't know how the Lord looked, how he was, but he just heard the two syllables, tapa, tapa. And he see the faith and determination in Lord Brahma. Just by that, he accepted that and he was following it. See, that's why it is always said especially in our sampradaya, that instead of the Vapu Seva of the spiritual master, the Vani Seva is the most important. Vapu Seva is no doubt is also like we get an opportunity, no doubt we should definitely do it and get the utmost benefit out of it. But Vani Seva is the most important. So that's why, see, imagine like Brahma only got the Vani Seva first. He didn't even see the Lord. So he took that and with determination and faith, he was doing it. See, and also, as we can see, Lord Brahma, he didn't see. And he was thinking that there is the Supreme Lord. He himself never thought that he is the God, because everything is mine now. He got the knowledge, after doing the tapasya, he got the knowledge, he started creating the creation. He could have easily thought, he could have easily had that pride, that saying that, okay, I am the Lord. But he always understood that there is somebody greater than me. But he didn't know who was it. So it was like, most likely to be an impersonal form. He never took to be an impersonal form as a form of the Lord. He always knew that there is a personality. That's why when Lord Krishna appeared himself, when before the Lord Krishna appearing, so even he got instruction from the when Bhudevi, Mother Earth went in the form of a cow to Brahma, saying that, okay, I am very much burdened by these sinful kings. Please relieve me. So he went with all the demigods to the ocean of milk, and there he started praying. Over there, he could not see the Supreme Lord. Over there, from outside only, he got an instruction saying that, okay, I'm going to appear. So you all take birth in the Yadu dynasty. Now I'm going to appear soon, very soon there. So he appeared. And during the Krishna Leela, also we can see how in Brahma Leela, like when Krishna was eating with his cow friends, coward boy friends, Brahma came and he could see, okay, this is the personality of Godhead. But he accepted at least that there is a personality of Godhead, but this boy, how can he be personality of God? But he never accepted that impersonal form of the Lord can be a personality of God. Very, very important this, because Prabhupada also always try to, vanish this impersonalist philosophy, and especially in our sampradaya also. And we are also lineage coming from Lord Brahma also himself. So he never accepted the impersonal form of the Lord. And as you can see, how the knowledge, see, he was initiated by the Supreme Lord within the heart itself. The Supreme Lord initiated him, but he was very much qualified. See, nowadays, even as we can see, so this is also very important lesson from us to learn from Brahmaji, and how we have to follow the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada. Through the disciplic section, everything flows. Now we can see how Srila Prabhupada disciples are leaving one by one back to Godhead, Goloka Vrindavan. So they cooperated with among themselves so much so that they could keep the moment for 50 plus years. Probably it is 57 years, I believe. No, 50, yeah. No, 60, yeah, 59 years. Next year, in 66, it started. So in another 2 years, it will be 60 years. So 58 years, the movement is going on. And with full cooperation with among each other. There were differences and everything, but they always stick to each other. That's what even Anuttama Prabhu, when he came in the Sunday Feast lecture, he said that there were so many things, somebody wanted so many things, but they always thought, okay, let me not go out of ISKCON. I always want to stick with Prabhupada. So they always stayed within ISKCON. So there was only one Prabhupada. So now it is for us, the second generation, to make sure that there is only one Prabhupada. There are not too many Prabhupads coming up, evolving. Everybody, I think it should be this way. I think it should be that way. No. We also have to make sure that, we always wanted only one Prabhupada. In ISKCON, there is only one Prabhupada. And we have to follow the instructions of it. That's it. Period. So that's the important point here. Discipline succession. Prabhupada is also mentioning that, Brahma, see, people can also think, okay, they think, also Prabhupada, I can get initiated directly from Prabhupada. So here, Prabhupada is clearly mentioning, one should approach the current link or spiritual master in the chain of disciplic succession. Prabhupada never wanted to break that chain. He never wanted that. Otherwise, why would have been writing this like this in the purport? So this is very important, for us to understand. The disciplic succession has to move on, and it has to be, of course, under a bona fide spiritual master. So we cannot say that, oh, why many people think like that. Oh, I've been, like not only here, like I see some different people. Oh, I'm worshiping God. God is within me. I don't need anybody else. I'm been taken care by the Lord Himself directly. This is like utter ignorance. Like otherwise, the Lord Himself has proven Himself. Like when He came, himself as Lord Shri Krishna, he accepted his spiritual master Sandipani Muni. When Lord Ramachandra came, he accepted the spiritual master Vishwamitra. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he accepted spiritual master Ishwar Puri. From this example, we can see we have also have to follow the disciplic succession. Even when the Lord comes as a part and as to play the role in this material world, he follows the rules laid by him. He follows those things himself. So we cannot just say, okay, I'm greater, so I don't need anybody, and I can be initiated by the Lord himself or Prabhupada. No, this is the lessons which we learn from this Brahmaji here. On how nicely Prabhupada is speaking. See, can we imagine, like, the position of Brahma, like we being there, and like immediately pride would have kicked in. Oh, just being some small position here and there, we get puffed up so much, So, but like, see, Brahmaji was given the position of the creator. He never got any puffed up. He was always, he understood that, there is a supreme master beyond me. So, and Prabhupada has mentioned, like, how, a disciplic succession is very important. It has to come through, because Brahmaji was qualified. So we can also become qualified with pure devotee. And if at all you really wanted the position of Brahma, then you have to follow that position, austerity. And once you're qualified, then you can take that position and then you can become Brahma. Within this material body, we cannot just, of course, that is, Brahmaji is also material body, but he has some special powers. He was given. So within this level of our ignorance, we cannot just proclaim ourselves to be Brahma and say, I want to be initiated by, the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada has been 2 times in this law, in the purport, he said, it has to be accepted by the most, in the disciplic section, the bona fide spiritual master who happens. And also, Prabhupada is also saying that, like, how if one accept the spiritual master in the disciplic succession, so he can be assured, he can be without any doubt assured that he is getting the mercy, he is getting the grace of the Lord. That's what is also Prabhupada is saying that. So we have to have that faith and determination that, yes, if I'm getting initiated by a spiritual master, that means I am being graced by the Lord. Spiritual master is a bona fide representative of the Supreme Lord himself. So we can, so that's why we have to take our initiation on our spiritual life also very seriously. It is not just like, fashion. Or you have a guru, I have a guru. No, it's not a fashion. We have to follow the instructions given by the spiritual master. You have to serve him. We have to try to make sure that, okay, am I being, samodama tapa saucham? Am I able to get these qualities? Am I, being more tolerant? Am I having more patience? If not, then whatever chanting we are doing, so then we need to give a thought saying that, okay, I'm doing chanting, I'm doing these services, anything, but within myself, I'm not able to see the change. Then you need to think, like, whether I'm doing my chanting properly or not, whether I'm serving with the right mood or not. So these are the things, which we need to understand. We need to, it's like, serving a spiritual master is serving the Supreme Lord, especially in this temple, like, also. So like, whatever, like it is said, like I read recently also, like, if anything is not proper in proper place, then we are expecting Prabhupada to do that. If, let's say, like, if the temple room is not clean, that's fine, temple room is not clean, who cares? Then what we are thinking is that we are expecting Prabhupada to clean that floor. Then why are we here then? If we want Prabhupada to do everything, then why are we here? So it's very important for us to understand small things also. So we have to follow, we have to serve in the right mood, you know. So and also like, you know, we were reading like, you know, sloka in yesterday's in Bhagavad Gita class. It is said like, you know, this like a 7th chapter 27 shloka, you know. See the position of, like, as soon as Brahma was born, like, you know, what Lord Krishna is saying in the 7th chapter 27 shloka. Ichha dvesha samuttena dvanda mohina bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. The translation is, O Scion of Bharata, the conqueror of few, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. See, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arisen from desire and hate. See, when Brahma was born, what his position was? He was determined to do tapasya. That's why that's why he got that position of Brahma. Whereas we are born with delusion, thinking that I am this body. Everything belongs to this body, I, my, and mine. And we are bewildered, like, you know, by so much of desire and hate. Kama, Krodha, Mohamad, Matsarya. All these anatas within us. Lust is must. Without lust, there is some problem in this material world. You know, that's how it is. And we can see, like, you know, when we have these kind of qualities, how we can progress in our spiritual life. So that's why we cannot even, like, you know, so many people, like, you know, we got with this desire, you know, with this hate and another, we cannot even, like Lord Krishna says, like, you know, they cannot even get my mercy. You know, they cannot get the mercy of the Supreme Lord when we have these dualities, when we have that humbleness and service attitude, so we can attract this mercy of the Supreme Lord. See, Brahmaji, see, this is very contradictory, right? So how Lord Krishna said every living entity, but as soon as Brahma was born, he was same thing with 4 Kumaras. So he was born, 4 Kumaras were born through Brahma. So they were self-realized personalities. They never grew up. Then for 4 years old boys, they were fully, you know, sadhana bhaktas, nitya bhaktas. Sorry, not sadhana bhaktas, nitya bhaktas. But they were impersonal by the mercy, as they were pure devotees. So they got the mercy of the Lord. As soon as they smelled the tulsi offered to the lotus feet of Lord Narayana, they could understand that, you know, the Lord is not an impersonal, but is a personal form of the Lord. See, that's how the Lord shows his mercy upon the pure devotees of the Lord. He's always there to protect us. You know, if we are with this dualities, with desire and hate, we are under the protection of Maya. But if we are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and following Srila Prabhupada, then we are always under the protection of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So from here we can easily understand, you know, how we are living entities, you know, just by taking birth, we can have so many things. So we can have so many desires. Brahmaji doesn't have any desire. He wanted to follow the instructions of the Supreme Lord. He was always meditating on him. Being such a big position, he followed the disciplic succession. And he, like, you know, see, these are very important points. So, and from, you know, this delusion of I, you know, I, my, and mine is very, very, you know, this is the first thing, you know, this is the first, like, like, you know, the bad things in us, we have to understand these things. That, you know, that's why Arjuna also understood this. That Karpane Dushapata Swabhava Prashamit Dharma Samudha Cheta Saha. No? He accepted to Lord Krishna, yes, Karpana dosha, I'm miser, I'm weak. He accepted that I have these doshas, I have these mistakes within me. That's why I'm not. So tell me the dharma, the real dharma. You know the real dharma. What is the real dharma? Because you, the Supreme Personality of God. Now friendly talks are over now. I am surrendering to you. यशान निश्चितन तन में भूरितन में शिष्यास्ते हम स्वादिमाम त्वम प्रपन्नम शिष्यास्ते हम आई एम बिकमिंग ए सर्वेंट आई एम बिकमिंग ए स्टूडेंट no I am surrendering unto you, please instruct me the real dharma. Then actually Lord Shri Krishna started speaking Bhagavad Gita. Until unless it was all friendly talks. So here, so we can, so that's why we have to accept our mistakes and and practice and work on it and see how we can improve our devotion service, and service to our Guru and Srila Prabhupada. See, otherwise, as it is said, in this shloka, Prabhupada, that's why I like this sentence, the first sentence. To achieve success in life, one should follow the example of Lord Brahma, the first living creature in the beginning of the creation. And so follow the example of Lord, and of course we have to follow definitely, because we are under through his sampradaya only. So it's very important for us, to understand this just by the instruction, so he could see that, he tried to find what is the source of him. He tried to even go down and see what is the source of this lotus seed which he got. He tried to went down, but he could not find the source. Then he came back, and then he thought it was wise to sit down and meditate on the instruction given. So yeah, so these are the things, the instruction and following the determination by determination, are the. This is like from Lord Brahmaji, as we can understand from this chapter, like how Lord Brahma was being the first living creature. He got this knowledge how to create the universe. This second canto is about creation and subcreation. So yeah, so nothing is just by whimsically coming. It is by the mercy of the Lord. Everything is created and even maintained and destroyed. By reading Srimad Bhagavatam, we get this tremendous knowledge. See, this kind of knowledge is not available. That's why, for when we read the scriptures, we get this knowledge. Whereas we can see how different material scientists, who do not have faith in the scriptures, they think that everything is just by chance. Everything happened by chance. Nothing happens by chance. The Lord is the cause of all causes. So yeah, so I'll stop here. If you all have any questions, any comments, anything to add, please feel free to do so. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for a nice class. And you told about Brahma. I was thinking that I think that there is a reason they say Guru Brahma.
Yeah.
Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheswara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. So
yeah,
when they say what?
Yeah. Even I didn't realize. Yeah, it's a very good
Guru
point.
Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. So when we pray for Guru, so that's what he is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheswara. And he is Sakshat Parabrahma. So Guru is the main thing. That's what you are saying about Guru. Guru is like Brahma. He is the one who teaches us everything. So like Brahma started this universe. So that was really, and one more thing is that when he came first, he was trying to speak and usually we think if a person is not in front of you speaking, you don't get, oh, no, nobody is there, how can I speak? But for Brahma, when he came first, nobody was there. When he wants to say, nobody was there. So that was something, these are the things we need to learn in life, I think. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Anybody has any more comments or anything to add?
A reflection I had, Prabhu, was that you were talking about Srila Prabhupada and almost 60 years ago starting this movement, how important it is for us to follow, your point about not taking a guru as a fashion statement, but that we have to take our guru's instructions seriously and try to, at least one or two of his instructions, we try to seriously try. And so my guru's instruction, one of his many instructions is that we should not criticize anybody. We should be very humble. So, whatever instruction it is that, one's guru is giving, that we should take it seriously and not just say, okay, he's saying it, it's not possible. It's very difficult to achieve perfection, but we should be heading in that direction. We should keep trying. We should try to achieve perfection.
Yes, definitely, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. Any more?
Thank you, Prabhu. Very nice class. You really told very nicely about Lord Brahmaji's real position, and how he tried to see, to follow his guru or Lord Krishna, and the direction of tapa. So he followed it very seriously rather than thinking himself a great personality. So although Brahma is the first human being and very great, the highest person, he has so good position, but he thought humbly, how I should serve really and do whatever is needed. So that's what he did. So we should just learn from that. So class was very good, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So if you don't have any more, then we'll end.
I just wanted to say one thing real quick, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
We want to wish you a safe travel. Murlidhar Kesav Prabhu is going back for a couple of weeks to India, not too long. But Murlidhar Kesav Prabhu is a very sincere devotee, serving as a pujari in the temple. And every morning, it's nice that he's able to give class now, but every morning he's on the altar, serving Shri Gaurnitai or Lord Jagannath. So we appreciate that very much, and we'll miss you for these couple of weeks, but we're happy that get a chance to spend some time with your family, and we look forward to seeing you when you return later on this month. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Pancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhavesha patina pavana Om Namah.
Om Namah.
Thank you very much.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.